A very good morning to you folks, and welcome to another hopefully exciting electronics video. Probably won't be too long, this one, but what we're doing today, what I'm going to be doing today, this video that I'm making this morning is primarily aimed at I think his YouTube name is, what's that? Is it Leathandrubb or Leathandrubb? The guy knows who I mean. He's a Gramdeck fella. Knows quite a bit about the Gramdeck. Very knowledgeable on it, really. Anyway, he's got two Gramdeck controllers like this one that don't record, so he has the parts to replace, but he doesn't. It looks like a dry joint now. I have to do that while I do the battery snap, because I'm putting a new battery snap. Anyway, I'll tell you that in a minute. What he needs to know, this coil here on the top, if we can, I'm going to zoom in. Let's get the camera so that we can see the work. Right, I'm not going to be able to get any closer than that, am I? We'll sort of see, because I need to be as close as possible to it. Right. Alright, let's try and work this out. Right, right, you're looking at, this is the bottom of your Gramdeck. Right, so my frigging picture's upside down. Right, that's your top of your, is it? Let me just get this right, because I've got to get it right. Yeah. Right. On your, coming from your bias coil, you have, let's get my glasses on properly. Coming from your bias coil, you have 4 wires. You have a black, let's try and get into it. You have a black that comes here. You have a black that comes here from your bias coil, yeah. Then you have a purple that connects to here. Let's make sure I get these points properly on camera, because it's important he gets this done. Your purple goes to, just move this capacitor out of the way. There. Your purple goes to here. You see where I'm pointing my stick? So it's purple, purple, black, and they're the two windings on the bottom, shall we call it, of your bias coil. Then you've got a blue which connects here. We're now looking at the top of the unit, the top of the board. Your blue comes from your bias coil and connects here, and your yellow goes, tucks just under there. Your yellow is soldered just there. Just there, fella. That's where your yellow's soldered. Now, that should be pretty much all you need. And in case these wires are, yeah, these will be included. because it comes straight and goes straight. Yeah, they're not joined there. They're coming straight through. So yeah, well that's really how your bias coil connects, and I'll go through it one more time. I know you can pause the video and whatnot, but if nothing else, I like to be thorough and make sure that we are singing from the same hymn sheet. Right. So this side, let's get under here. This side of your coil is your black wire. So you arrange it so that your black wire is at this side, your purple wire is at this side, and the other two are self-explanatory. Now your black wire goes here, and your purple wire I thought mine had come off, then it hasn't, goes here. Your blue wire goes there. Your yellow wire goes there. And that's really all it is. I mean, in all honesty, I'll be honest. In all honesty, if you don't know, then you don't know. But you know, and you can't do it if you don't know. You can't take the chance. I mean, the guy's got a brand new bias coil and he doesn't want to burn it up. You know, so you can understand that he wants to do the job. He wants to do it properly first time, and who doesn't? You know. But yeah, that's pretty much it, really. I mean, there's not really much else. I mean, these are these are, what do you call it? They're a 3 transistor unit. I mean, what I don't understand. Do you know what they've done? They've put a nut and bolt here, and do you know what nut and bolt don't hold anything? I imagine the only thing that holds anything in here is, and that little nut and bolt there only holds that little bracket in. I imagine the only thing that's holding anything here is the knob that goes through there, because even these connectors here, let's zoom back out, because I've shown Leathandrubb, or Leathandrubb, I can't pronounce it properly. What is bias wires go? How is bias coil is wired? There's actually an adjustment in the top of the coil here, and I'd probably not recommend touching that. That looks like it's one turn up from the bottom, but I wouldn't adjust that. That's probably set by the factory, so I'd leave that. I wouldn't adjust it. But the only thing that holds these boards in is the actual switch. Nothing else holds the board in. There's no other retainers on it. That screw there doesn't do anything. They've just put that there for, well, because they probably had a hole to fill. This screw here holds this metal plate here on, which does nothing, because that doesn't even support the circuit board. I'll tell you what though, it's quite nicely made. I haven't had the, what do you call it, I'm not sure if I can get the screwdriver deep in there to get the knob off, because I'm curious to find out. I might have a deep enough screwdriver to get down to that. Oh, I've taken the grub screw completely out. There we go. Put the bits in the tin. You know, this is one of these moments where you wish you didn't have the right tools for the job, so you didn't have to take it apart, but as we're here, I might as well do a teardown. I don't want to change the battery snap anyway, so now if I lift it out gently, there we go. Now that was probably, they probably put that there, they probably put that nut and bolt in probably to use as an extra ground if it was needed, but this is basically, and now that is, now if we bring the camera in, we zoom in. Oh, pardon me folks. If we zoom in, we can have a good look at this board together. Now right, zoom back out slightly, unless I turn that, because I'd like to be able to point things out. There we go. There we go. Right. Now, there we go. Right, where's my pointer upper? Or my sticker upper? Right. Right, we've got, I'll probably change these, I'll probably do a recap, I'll test these and do a recap. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 electrolytics. 5 electrolytics, one there. That one looks as though it's a bit dodgy. I might change them. We'll have a look. And we've got these things here, I don't know what these are. TCC 3000 picofarad, and they're all 3000 picofarad, and we've got we've got another capacitor, another flat capacitor here, probably a mica or something. We've got 3 transistors. I don't know what the transistor numbers are, and in all honesty, I don't want to disturb the transistors because I don't want to snap the frigging legs off them. So I don't really want to, I can't see what numbers they are. Let's have a look at the schematic, because I've got the circuit here. See if that tells me what the number of the transistors are. I don't think it does, because I looked at it the other day and I didn't see any. No, it just says TR1, TR2, TR3, and it shows you, yeah, your bias coil is L2. It shows you on the circuit, old fella, old lad, it shows you on the circuit here where it connects, but you know, yeah, it shows you on the circuit where it connects, but you don't need to worry about that now because I've just explained where it connects, so I've done that for you. And we've got this other thing here, this thing here, this is some sort of an inductor, and I don't know exactly what, but it's some sort of an inductor, I would say. It's got 2 wires coming out of it, and it's been secured very well. And what we got a few resistors. I'm not going to read all the values of them out, and but yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with the way this is done. It's 50-odd-year-old technology. It's simple, really. You know, it's simple. I mean, most cassette recorders have more than this in it to do the job, and they did it with 3 transistors and a few other bits. You know, just shows you, doesn't it? You know, the ingenuity. You know, the ingenuity of the day. You know, the way that people could think back then. You know, the way they could just take a solution, take an idea and come up with it. And these were, I want to know what these transistors are, but I don't want to disturb them. What's his name? Leathandrubb, or Leathandrubb. He's got 3 transistors that were brand new, I believe. So if you could be kind enough to let me know what the transistors are, I'd be grateful. You know, possibly even do a video. You know, of you doing your Gramdeck, of you actually putting your coil in. You know, maybe do a video of you putting your coil in, and you can tell us all what the value of the transistors are at that point. And you know, yeah, that should be that'd sort of do it, wouldn't it? You know, but yeah, what I'll do, I'm not gonna do it now, but I'm gonna recap this. I will recap it, plainly and simply, because lead capacitors are years old, and what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna do these at board level. I'm gonna do them. I've got some heat shrink. I'm gonna do them that way. Now this came out nice and easy. Now will it go back in the same way? And that's all that holds it in, really, folks, is that try not to disturb anything. There we go. Just held in by that one bolt through by the switch shaft. Just the switch shaft holds it, and in all honesty, I think it's a brilliant little idea. But when all said and done, it's only an Englishman that could think of that, isn't it? You know, a tape recorder that you put on your record player. I know you can't see what I'm doing now, but I'm only tightening a goddamn shaft up. There we go. You don't need to see me do that. There. Oh, that's tighter than what it was. It was a bit sloppy before. Now it's, I put my knob back on, and I think the knob was in the centre, and there's no detent on this, but it was in the centre. So yeah, because I had to go straight down. So what I'll do, I'll make sure that the knob is centred. There we go, just nip that up. Yeah, playback, off, radio, mic, recording respectively. Look at that, eh? Look at that, folks. Look at that there, made in England. Yeah, made in England. Put that capacitor back up there. I moved that capacitor out of the way so that I could show the other Gramdeck guy about, you know, how it should be, how it see, the problem I've got with this is this battery clip's broken. There's a wire broke off it, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to open it and solder the wire on, because I'm not too particular about having the cover on. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to just open it and just solder the red wire back on. If I can't, it doesn't matter. Because all that's under here really is a piece of fucking, little piece of plastic really, I think. There we are. There we are. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. We just solder straight onto that. No messing. Let's turn on the old soldering iron. And there we go. Now where's my solder? Solder. Where's my more importantly, where's the red wire gone? That's dropped somewhere. Find that in a minute. Where's my solder? Oh, what the fuck? Oh. There. Right. Right. In fact, what I'm actually gonna do, yeah, I'll do that. Instead of heat shrinking it and pissing about, I may as well just take the wires off here. Let's just zoom back out. I may as well take the battery clips off here and solder them straight to a new battery clip. May as well just do that. Oh, pardon me. I mean, these are crimped, but still be able to solder to them. There we go. Still be able to solder to that, that's no problem. Just pull this, leave the, as it is for a minute. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind helping some people out. I mean, you know, I don't mind helping anybody out in electronics. Because the way I look at it, folks, we all have to start somewhere. I mean, I started doing this when I was a kid, as most of us did, I'm certain of it, but I know I certainly did. And you know, I don't know everything, obviously not. Don't claim to know everything. Some people claim to know everything, no. I don't. In all honesty, I know what I know, and other people know what they know, and at the end of the day, you know, I think we should share what we know, and because at the end of the day it keeps the hobby alive, doesn't it? Cut this black wire off, I don't need that. There we go. Right, because it keeps the hobby alive by sharing it. I think so. There we go. Now, let's clean off these bits. I thought it'd bare wire there for a minute, it's not, it was solder. Right. Ow! Yeah, it hurts when you do that. No, I just don't have to unsolder that one and just clip it. You can just clip it because there's a bit of extra wire there, so I think I can just clip that. Just get it there. There we go. Got you. And it's... no, it hasn't left any. There we go. Right. See, I can run this now. I can run this now on my little battery pack. Saved by PP9s, which are expensive. Well, at least they are when it involves my wallet. And I'm not tight by any stretch of the imagination. I hate it when you just can't get in. Shift it out of the way. I hate it when you just can't, oops, just can't get the clearance. You just can't get the clearance to get in. That red wire's in the way. There we go. Just bend that up a minute. There you are. Now bend that over that way so I can see what I'm frigging doing. That would help. There we go. Put a bit of solder on my iron. Now got ya. There you go. And there we go. And I can clip that to there like that, you see. I can just change, I can now use that just by clipping that, clip that to there, like so, and I can just change the batteries in that when I need to. So, and that'll fit comfortably in there, you see. So yeah, that's adequate, that. So now the battery pack can go inside the unit. Right, let's get the stuff back inside there that belongs inside there, like the schematic diagram. There was a battery information leaflet, and I don't know where that's gone. I think this is it. Yeah. Instructions for connecting the battery to the Gramdeck tape recorder control unit. Ensure that the control switch is yes or no. We know, yes we know. Replace the lid, ensuring that the Gramdeck label, battery and screw ups on the front panel is on the replace the lid, ensuring that the Gramdeck label on the front panel is at the opposite end to the battery, and screw up the side and screw up at the sides. Well, there's no screws in mine, they were missing, but I will find a couple. So what we'll do for now, make sure that the Gramdeck label goes the opposite way, which I have done, and we can now connect our battery pack. There we go, snap our connector into place, and that's it. Pop that battery into there. There we go. I need to find a couple of screws for this because it came and they were missing when I got it. But I'm glad of that because this was no leaky battery in there. And look at that. That's the battery in the Gramdeck control box. I've got to find a couple of screws to fit that. And that's it. And there your pickup wires. Right. Well, that concludes. Take my glasses off. I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee in a minute. It is now about 6 o'clock in the morning. So that concludes this little video on the Gramdeck, on how to repair the Gramdeck controller. Well, how to fit the bias coil anyway. I mean, it does involve a couple of nuts and bolts that hold the coil into position, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you'd be able to do that. I'm pretty sure that the guy concerned will be able to do it, certainly. You know, but yeah, that's all there is. And I hope it gets you up and going, fella, and let me know your results. You know, make a video of it, tell us all. You know, and you know, yeah, then we can all experience it then. Yeah, just show us how you do it, and you know, talk us through it, and maybe you could tell us a few more facts about the Gramdeck while you're at it, guy. Anyway, you all take it easy, folks, and I'll catch you all later when I've got something else. That's all for now, and once again, thank you very, very much for watching. Bye for now.